What are you going to make for us in the next segment?
Well, I'm going to do something very, very English called a pork pie. Now, this is a cold pie.
Really?
A cold
Okay.
meat pie. But the guys like it, I think.
Well, one thing I'm sure you've learned about Hoosiers, we love our pork.
Yes.
So, hey, you know what?
Revenge is a dish best served cold, and so are pork pies. At least that's what Tina tells me, and I believe her because she has an accent. But it's her traditional old English kitchen, therefore I believe her when she says that this is something that's supposed to be served
Best served cold.
Best served cold. So what do we Americans, us big ugly Americans, what do we misinterpret about the pork pie?
A lot of people do try and heat it up, and that's a big no-no.
That's not that's a pot pie, right? That's a whole
Yeah,
other
that's something completely different. In a pork pie, we have got a hot water pastry. This pastry is very crunchy, crispy. Basically, what we do is we have some pork lard, and I know it's not the healthiest of things, but you only have this occasionally.
Yeah,
pork lard with a little hot water mixed in to a little flour, and this makes the pastry. It's a really strange combination, but it makes a really crispy pastry on the outside, a little bit softer on the inside. And what we do with this is then we put the pastry into, I'm actually using a muffin tin, but you can also use a loaf tin for this, and this is extremely gooey. Oh, it's lovely. That's the great thing about baking, is that it is one of those very
textured. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
once those are in, how long would you fill them first, or they go in the oven first?
No, what we do is we actually add the meat. Now in here I've got some pork loin that's been chopped up, and there's some applewood smoked bacon in here as well, and it's heavily seasoned with salt and pepper. A lot of pepper goes into this. So we just squash this in here quite tightly, and then this has a little lid, and we just take a little bit more of the dough and make a little patty, and that goes on top as the lid. So that then goes into the oven for about 45 minutes, because we're having to cook that meat. But what we do first is we take a little hole out of the top, because what goes into this when it comes out of the oven is we get some chicken stock, and we dissolve some gelatin into that chicken stock, and that gets poured into this little guy when it comes out of the oven, and it sets the it sets the meat.
Kind of congeals it together into
it sets
into a solid form.
And this was developed in the 1800s for the fox hunting fraternity. So they could take a cold pie with them while they were on the hunt, and it would actually stay together.
You can't stop and eat when the hounds take off, right?
That's right. So,
awesome. Remind people where you're located, where they can track you down.
I'm at Traders Point Creamery Farmers Market, and you can find me at tinastraditional.com if you want to order something.
I got to take a tiny little dainty bite, don't I, because it's you. I want to pick it up.
No, pick it up.
I eat it like a fox hunter.
No, eat it like that. That's what it's designed for. Absolutely.
Sorry.
How's that?
That was great. Yeah, why mess with heat?
Yeah, you don't need it hot. And this is designed to, great for picnics, buffet.
On the go.
Yeah, it's really great food.
Awesome. I'm sorry I'm so uncouth.
It's okay.
We're going to have all that information on our website. Again, tinastraditional.com.